What's your current reason for being unhappy? I'm unhappy because I'm becoming increasingly aware of the enormous flaws in my personality, work ethic, and character that are preventing me from making the most out of this life. There's nothing worse than realizing you've been given so many opportunities and advantages, and squandered them all. Stuck in a job and industry I have no interest in. Drive to work is 90 minutes each way, pay is good though, and I have kids and financial responsibilities that prevent me from throwing it all in. Also, the job is so out of the way that to get to interviews for others is very, very hard. But even then I'm only qualified in a small field that I have tried very hard to get out of in the last 5 years, but have yet to be able to. I understand you're in a hard and unhappy time, but just know I'm proud of you for simultaneously supporting your family, while trying for 5 years to find a job that makes you happy. You are an inspiration to me. I just moved to a new city and know no one. I am extremely lonely. I haven't had a close friend to talk to for almost a year now. Edit. Thanks so much for all the kind words and offers of help/friendship/advice. It has been really overwhelmingly wonderful. I have signed up for meetup.com and am going to a meetup tomorrow night. And the fact that I just got gold made my day. If you ever need to talk to anybody if you're feeling lonely, PM me. I get really lonely too, so I know how much it helps to just have someone to listen. I'll listen to you. I'm worried my future is going nowhere. I've put all I have into being a musician and have no backfall because I used to believe in myself. Listen, even if you don't believe in yourself, I do. I have no fallback plan on my life either, but that is what makes sticking to your convictions all the more important. What instrument, do you play? Just moved back to the US after 6 years in Asia. I sort of feel out of place. How so? Culture? Socially? Is there any way I can help make you feel more at home? It just takes time to build a new life somewhere. Thanks though. I don't know. That's the problem. Edit, man. You folks are some ridiculously awesome people. Seriously. As a fairly new Redditor, first cake day coming up soon, I've witnessed countless amounts of meaningful advice being given to all sorts of people, but I never expected to be on the receiving end of such amazing words. Thanks, everyone. This has truly meant a lot to me. My son is a heroin addict. Ouch. I'm sorry to hear that. What's he doing now? Rehab? Jail? Streets? Methadone program. Today was day 18 of 21-day program and I got a call from his counselor that he's missed a couple of days. He says he's okay now and that's why he didn't go back. He was down to 10 milligrams. I want to believe him. Try CompassionPit.com if you like to listen and help people. Thank you, friend. I will. Smile. I looked into that site and it seems to be down for the count. I did find an alternative site, which is blotherapy.com. Hope this helps. I'm unattractive, and it's hard to accept. Edit. This is just overall a very pleasant thread to be in. Good side of Reddit definitely coming out. Edit 2. It's not that this is an ever-present thing, it's just relatively frequent and pretty saddening when I'm reminded. Attractiveness is only a very small part of who you are. People that immediately rule you out because of that aren't worth getting to know anyway. So, what are you like underneath that skin? Smile. Every single guy in the last year that I've talked to has either taken me out on a date and never talked to me again, talked to me for a month or so and then drop off the face of the earth, or allow me to for once take a next step and ask him if he was interested in going out, to which he said no. Even though he was leading me on 100%. It kind of takes a hit on your self-esteem. I understand that you can start to be hard on yourself for being alone after a while, because I've been alone for a very long time. Don't worry, I'm sure we'll find someone worth caring about. Smile. In rank of most painful. 5. I'm 33 and I have no clue as to what I'm gonna do with my life. 4. I'm currently living with my folks. 3. My car is non-functional and I don't think I can fix it. 2. I have a cyst on my ball sack that has gotten infected and my sack has swollen up like a softball. 1. Last month my girlfriend dumped me and I miss her so. Edit. Don't know why the numbers didn't show up, so I've spelled them out. I've been reading a lot of your responses up. It seems you used to have a reason to be very unhappy. What happened? Also, it seems that rather than let your bad experiences turn you into a cold withered husk with no emotions, You've done the opposite and become a better person. I believe in you. Where do you want to eventually be in life? I sit at work all day with hardly anything to do because no one here trusts me enough to do work without it being full of errors in it because I have a ton of learning disabilities. When I am given work it is simple, metacore tasks. I'm being bullied by a couple of women. The management openly acknowledged they took work off me because of my poor memory. I have no idea what to do in life and get increasingly frustrated each day when I see my husband being so successful in his job. I wish I could find my niche like him. My boyfriend of 5 years decided he doesn't see a future for us and broke up with me last week. He got to keep our dogs and cat. Pretty unhappy right now. Edit. Thanks everyone for the lovely comments, messages and support. It's been a rough week and when broken-hearted, the kindness of strangers goes a long way. Thank you all for making me smile. And special thanks to Op who inspired everyone to support each other and just be nice to one another. I'm so sorry to hear that. You'll find someone else worth loving. These things heal with time. My dog recently developed a neurological disease that causes him to barely be able to walk. He stumbles and falls all the time. Most of the day he sleeps and snaps at us if we try to take him outside. The vet said it will probably go away on its own, but trying to take care of him and knowing it might not get better is very upsetting. Also, we had to put our cat down 2 weeks ago for problems unrelated to our dog. Just a bad month pet-wise, I guess. I'm sorry to hear that you lost a friend and that the other is having some health trouble. I'm in love with my best friend but will never get to be with her. It's time to move on, friend. You're in one of the most painful spots you can be, and you cannot stay there. Inbox me at any time if you need to talk about it some more. There's just this gnawing voice in me that tells me I'm gonna die eventually and life is meaningless. On paper, my life is amazing. But I have to force myself to not think about my impending death and non-existence several times a week. I'm 26, unmarried with no kids. Is this a sign of depression? I hate my face, my body, my voice. I hate myself. Can I just say all of your replies and PMs mean a lot to me? Even though you guys are strangers, you're very kind and helpful. Tell me about yourself. Not your body, but your personality. What do you like? What do you hate? I like animals, classical music, Korean culture, drawing and watching people do makeup. The only thing I really hate is having to get out of bed for anything and people who talk a lot. My dad has ALS. Family favoritism, and we are not kids anymore. I'm sorry to hear that. Hopefully you can get out of that toxic environment. I'm way too self-conscious about my body. I know I'm not ugly or anything, but I just always feel the need to hide my body and cake on a shitload of makeup. This seems to be a lot of people's issue. Everyone's appearance is only an extremely small part of who they are. I'm sure you're a fantastic person underneath that, and anybody who judges you by just your outside isn't worth getting to know in the first place. Op, this is so sweet, I wish I could upvote everything you ever post. Aw, shucks. I seek no recognition. My life motto has always been to leave the world in a better condition than when I entered, then quietly take my leave. ITT, awesome Op. Aw, shucks. Back home for the summer from college. I realized that none of the people I grew up with in high school with are actually my friends. I miss my real friends at school. Edit. Wow everyone, I didn't think this would blow up like it did. Thank you so much for your kind advice and words. These responses have really made me feel renewed until school starts in the fall. I wish we could all get to know each other and become friends. An ended friendship. Really messed me up. Why did it end? Recently experimented with a drug that sent me into a full-on mental breakdown in front of my closest friends. So I've been feeling lonely, embarrassed, and hopeless all at once. My breakdown centered around my insecurities of messing up my college application, which means that while my friends go on to forge new lives, I'm forced to stay behind in my small town and go to community college instead, all alone, and the nagging feeling that my friends see me as more of a burden to their lives than as an addition. I know this will probably get buried under all the other comments, but I just need to let it out. There are people 2 years younger than me who have their shit together. I'm out of high school with hardly a handful of friends, no girlfriend, I was never invited to a party, didn't get my license until earlier this year, I'm not even making $1,000 per month, I don't have enough time to work on my programming or my music, and nothing ever changes. I guess you could say I'm in a rut. Steam sales are taking my money. Find some free flash games to play. Avoid any text with a or a % in it. No need. I have all these Steam games. Nothing. I'm pretty happy. I'm broke. In fact, I'm in debt. I moved so I don't know anyone and my relationship is long distance now. But I really can't complain. I interjected a purpose into my life and I feel great about the hard work I'm doing now. Good for you op for listening to people's problems, but I'm good. No more Hot Pockets. Oh no. Where have they gone? Can you get any more? Op is sincerely concerned. PLS respond. Well, I met a girl at my friend's house in the mountains of PA. Her and I were literally perfect, and we're still talking and stuff, it's just that I'll never see her again. I live in NYC. I'll miss the way her hair smelled of watermelons and bliss and how she knew how to snuggle in just right so that the contour of her body fit mine perfectly. I miss her laughter, the light chuckle or her hearty giggle that I managed to entice out of her every now and then, and how her hair tumbled so smoothly like a waterfall over her shoulders. I miss how when I pushed her on the swing she would lean back just a little to have her back touch my chest as I pushed her along her merry way. We text all the time and we're always talking about going on dates and such in life in general once we're older, but it's scary right now. I miss her, and I just said goodnight to her. I don't know what it is, but I think I'm in love. My job is a continuous pile of suck. Procedures I put into place don't get followed and I end up getting yelled at by the agencies we work with. I'm stressed as duck as a result. My 6-year relationship ended 4 months ago because of shit that neither of us had control of. My depression I thought was under control is not, and I've taken to scratching myself to the point of bleeding at work in the bathroom because I don't have a knife small enough to carry so I can cut. I've been medicating by buying nail polish. Shit sucks. Edit. Holy crap. I came home from work and did not expect the replies and messages. Gonna go through them all, but wow. Thank you guys so much. Left wife of 25 years today. Hateful, mean, and I still miss her like we were 19. Maybe that was for the best. If she became hateful and mean, it doesn't sound like it would be very much fun to be with her. I think you made the right choice. Stay strong. I'm in love with someone who isn't my husband. Sounds like a tough situation. You should consider finding someone to discuss it with. My inbox is free if you need. Dear Diary, today op restored my faith in humanity. 37 weeks pregnant. Not unhappy, just over it. LOL. It'll be over soon. You're about to start a whole new adventure. Smile. I have no motivation for anything. Suicide is always in the back of my mind. When I find something interesting I lose interest very quickly. Everything is boring. Edit. I'm not all suicide mode depressed teen or whatever. Suicide is more of a curiosity thing. Is there an afterlife, etc. etc. I procrastinate even when it comes to things I like doing. I am afraid to come out to my conservative, homophobic family. That's always a tough thing to do. I know there are loads of people in the LGBT community that have gone through the same thing though. Maybe you could talk to them about it? Antisocial and don't know how to interact with people. That's a tough one. I'm antisocial too, but I can still be around people. My suggestion would be to put yourself in an environment where social interaction is almost forced, and you can work on it from there. Good luck, friend. I hope things work out for you. I'm about to start my last year of high school. Not as sad or depressing as others in this thread, but it doesn't make me happy. As a guy who graduated high school, you should know that high school is only a very small part of your life. What follows is a much larger, and much more important adventure into the real world, and it defines who you are a lot more than high school ever will. You should be excited to be so close to that, and I wish you the best of luck in your senior year. I'm currently listening to my fiancée tell me about one of the 2 times she was raped. That sucks. I'm sorry to hear she went through such a traumatic experience. There are always resources to help people that have experienced such things, but I'm afraid I'm not one of them, and it would be irresponsible for me to try. Good luck to you, my friend. My back hurts. Mine as well. What did you hurt yours doing? Not quite fat enough to be horrible looking, not thin enough to be attractive. So when I get slightly confident and ask out people, they always give me the sad look and say no in a really nice way. I'm a woman, and no one asks me out, so I have to do it, but it's never worked. I'm 23. It sucks. I'm 20. Wanna watch a movie on Skype together sometime? I'd like to get to know you. Inbox me if you're interested. That was by far one of the most thoughtful comments I have seen in this thread. Gender identity disorder. First of all, don't buy into the whole be happy with what you were born with BS. They don't know what you are going through and are only going to end up giving you a false sense of guilt. Secondly, I would try and get some support from the LGBT community. I'm pretty sure Reddit has a board dedicated to people who are transgender or questioning. Not much, but I hope it helps. My dad died almost 2 months ago. I'm 17. My dad died when I was 17 as well. And my mom died when I was 16, so I'm well versed on coping with close deaths and how to handle life without parents. Let me know if you want to talk. I never talked to anyone about it, but I probably could have expedited the coming to terms, moving on, etc. process had I done so. I'm hungry, but I'm on Reddit. Watch MasterChef. That always motivates me to eat some food after an 8-hour Reddit session. Tongue. Ever tried working as a telemarketer? Every morning I wake up hating my life, praying for a natural disaster so I don't have to convince another person to buy a magazine subscription. Wife died of breast cancer, lost my job, will lose insurance in a couple of months. Having major anxiety attacks, and can hardly leave the house. Meds rob me of all my energy and motivation. Just in a deep depression and angry a lot. Going to therapy once a week, and working on things. Scared about what to do after insurance runs out. I want to be pregnant, but I can't. It's destroying me bit by bit, every day. Edit. I have a husband, I'm smart, we're financially stable, live in a nice house that we own now, and all that's missing is something gorgeous and unique that nobody but us created together with ultimate love. That has both of us in it. And we can't. Thanks for listening to another episode of Reddit X. Subscribe and activate the notification bell so you won't miss any stories. Feel free to share your own stories below in the comments. Have a good day.